Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stockton, Missouri. We're on the campus of Stockton High School. We're in Tiger Field House, and we are ready for the third place game of the Stockton tournament here. The 51st annual Stockton tournament third place game set to come your way here in about probably 20 minutes or so. We're winding down the girls' third place game between Stockton and New Covenant. Stockton is winning that game by 11, and it is in the final minute of the contest. Cats come into this game 1-1 in the tournament. They fell in overtime, 56-49 last night to the Buffalo Bison, and they will play Mount Vernon. So the 1 and 2 seeds get knocked off in the semifinals, and that means we will have a 1 versus 2 matchup in the third place game. Lockwood and Buffalo will wrap up the contest later on this evening. I guess it's a double-edged sword for us, Gary, because we get to play earlier, so we get to go home a little bit earlier. However, being right in the middle of the day and a 2-hour drive to Stockton kind of takes most of your day up.
That it does, but I tell you, what it is going to give us is going to give us a little bit of a gauge for our district, and that is Nevada, because Mount Vernon has played Nevada. We haven't gotten a chance to play them yet. I mean, hopefully we'll see them some point in time in the future. But it's going to give us a little bit of a gauge of how we're going to match up to a certain extent. Again, it's all about matchups, but we're going to see how we play against Mount Vernon and how they played against, how we play against Mount Vernon and how they played against Nevada and how we will maybe play against Nevada.
You're right, and it'll be interesting to see how they do. They struggled last night. They were low scoring. You know, we like to get out and run the ball. Buffalo slowed them down a little bit, played fundamentally sound basketball, pretty athletic, and they forced them into some turnovers and into playing the game they don't want to play. I've noticed this year, and we'll talk about it, we'll talk about some keys to the game here in a little bit, but I think they're just trying to get to a situation where they're consistent. And, I mean, it's kind of been riding the waves this year. We've seen them at their best, and they're really good, and they can beat about anybody. And then we've also seen them on the low end and been like, man, what is wrong with them tonight? So we'll see if that ebb and flow goes tonight and where we go upstairs and we're on the top of the hill tonight instead of in that valley. It'll be interesting to see how the Wildcats do perform. You are watching 4T's streaming on YouTube and 4Ts.com, and we will have the game live after this one's over. There was a foul there, about 8 seconds left. Stockton's going to wrap this one up for third place. And want to thank all our great sponsors. It is our pregame show coming up right after this, brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the pregame show right after this.
There are a ton of choices for home appliances, but only one you need to know. That's Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville. Today, it's more important than ever to support small business. Troby's prides themselves on American-made appliances, competitive prices, and unmatched service, from installation to service calls if any issue may arrive. Troby's is your hometown appliance center.
Next time you're in the market for a home appliance, think Troby's first on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
You have many choices when you buy a used car. What do you want? A good deal? A quality vehicle? Outstanding service? At Holland's Auto Sales, you don't have to sacrifice for one of the others. You get all three. The best part is Steve will be there for you because Holland Auto Sales has been Harrisonville's used car dealer for 36 years. So the next time you're in the market for a used car,
go where the Grammars go, Holland Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Sure, you could drive to the city and save a few dollars on tires, but why? Young's Tire and Wheel Center in Harrisonville is family-owned and operated, and their clients are like family. That, coupled with free flat tire repair on new tires for the life of the tire, means you'd be crazy to drive all over the place to save $1. Trust Young's. That's who 4T's trust to get them safely to all Wildcat games, home or away. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today.
For a limited time, you pay what we pay going on at Max Motors dealerships. Shop 24 hours a day. Exclusive at Max Motors, you pay what we pay and not a penny more on any new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC in stock. All invoices clearly displayed with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest.
Take your car shopping to the max.
Max Motors is your Kansas City dealer. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stockton, Missouri. It is your pregame show brought to you by our friends at Sherwood Community Bank. Stop in and set up an account for your youngster today. Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC. And we are ready for high school basketball, third place game of the Stockton 51st Annual Stockton Tournament. The Harrisonville Wildcats, the defending champions, knocked off in the semifinals against the Buffalo Bison, and they play the Mount Vernon Mountaineers for third place. The rare 1 versus 2 matchup in the third place game. So I guess I didn't quite get those seedings right this year.
Well, I didn't watch the game or either one of the games, but listening to it, I think probably Harrisonville should have probably won, but they didn't, and so they're here. Not sure exactly what happened with Mount Vernon, but it's still going to be an enjoyable game. And like you said, we get home early.
And one of the things. Coaches will always tell you, you want to win a tournament. You want to win all 3 games of your tournament. You want to take a first-place trophy. The second thing they're going to tell you is, if you don't, you at least want to go 2-1 in the tournament, because 3 teams are going to win 2 games. That's going to be your third place, your 5th place, and your champion, who's actually going to win 3 games. You don't want to be one of those teams that goes 1-2 in the tournament or 0-3. So we'll see how the Wildcats respond here tonight as they are ready for basketball. And, really, you got this game tonight, Gary. You've got 2 non-conference games next week that are stellar non-con games. You got Webb City, who was, last I saw, ranked number 4 in the state, coming up on Tuesday night to Harrisonville. Seems like they're ranked in state in every single sport in the history of the world. And then on top of that, you go to Carthage on Saturday, a Class 6 program now in basketball that plays the big boys week in and week out. We saw them last year. They had that 6'7" kid that was only a sophomore or junior last year, so they're going to be a load as well. But you play these games so you can get ready for your conference run and get into districts. So this will be a telltale sign of how the Cats are ready going into conference.
Yeah, you're wanting to play your best ball, obviously, as it gets into February, mid to end of February, and that's what they're working for right now. They're having some ups and downs, as you said earlier, but, hey, I know that Coach is good at what he does, obviously, and getting prepared, and I think it's just going to be a mindset for the Cats to get themselves where they know they can do what they need to do, and once they get to that point and are playing their best ball when they come in, go through and out of conference into districts, looking forward to a good run there. They're going to have some tough games in district, but that's why we're playing these games now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. One of the things I want to talk about, let's talk about some keys of the game tonight for the Wildcats. I think key number 1 for me, and I'm going to ask Coach about this after the game, is consistency. I think they want to get to where they're consistent. We talked about it just prior to this, before we kind of really dove into this, is that consistency of playing well night in and night out. Not necessarily saying you got to win every single game, but playing well night in and night out. I think if we asked Coach, he probably would be a little disappointed with the way they played last night. Low scoring, just weren't getting the buckets to fall. You want to be consistent at this point in the year. So I would be interested to see what Coach says about that after the game. I would say key number 1 tonight is consistency. Just play consistent.
Yeah, and, I mean, the last game we had was Oak Grove, and you looked at when you had Kobe Norris and Brooks Langer weren't playing their best ball. They won the game, but who took over? Connor Blixt and Kennedy Atkinson. We know Kennedy's going to be tough under the boards, but he also scored a lot of points that game as well. And Connor, I think, hopefully has his confidence back where he knows when he's got that open 3 shot, take it. And he's had those opportunities before Oak Grove and wasn't taking them, and now he seems to be taking those, which we're going to need, because we need more than just one 3-point shooter out there as far as Langer. So I think you're right. Consistency is a big part of it, and confidence as well.
and key number 2 for me is you got to find the scorers. You talked about it. Brooks is your main go-to scorer. Kennedy's really stepped up to be your number 2 guy scoring-wise, and he does it by doing his job. He's a rebounder. He's going to get the rebounds. He gets a lot of putbacks and a lot of looks inside, and he's raised his average. He's right at a double-double. He's averaging almost 12 rebounds a game. He was I think 9.98 points a game. So he's averaging 10 points a game and 12 rebounds. You got to have that guy. But it's going to be who's the third? Who's the third guy consistently that's going to score each and every night for you? You would love to get 3 guys in double figures. And Kobe Norris is usually that guy too. He's had some ups and downs as well this year. Monty Schroeder's done a really good job this year. They've got a solid 6 and 7 that are going. It's just going to be getting them consistent night in and night out and getting those extra points.
Well, and you brought it up as far as Schroeder. We saw Schroeder really come out in the conference tournament down in Clinton, how well he played through the tournament and in Clinton as well. So I really look for, Billy's not going to be here tonight. Bocher's not going to be here tonight. So obviously we're going to have Schroeder's going to be starting. So it's going to give him an opportunity to spend a lot more time on the court. He is spending a lot more, but he's going to get more minutes tonight. And it's going to give him an opportunity to really mesh with that with the 5 group and see what he can do in that group and be a step in if something would happen with Billy, or he's not playing well, or happens to be injured or COVID or whatever the case may be.
Well, and in the long run, it's gonna do you well because you're gonna get some minutes for maybe Minching and those guys. So it's a double-edged sword. You're without one of your bigs and you're without one of your starters, but it's gonna make you stronger because it's gonna force other guys into key situations.
Absolutely.
All right, that are our keys to the game, brought to you by our good friends at the Brad Sainer Farmers Insurance Agency. He is in the A-frame across from Casey's, but I was in there a couple weeks ago talking to Brad, and he said they may be moving down the street across and behind the old Lindsay's Jewelry store. So we will see how that works coming up. We will take a timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Sherwood Community Bank is the hometown bank with all the big bank perks. Internet banking, auto, home, boat, and farm loans. You can get it all at one of their 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville. Checking or savings account all you need? Don't worry. Sherwood Community Bank has you covered there as well. Stop going to the banks where you're just an account number. Go to Sherwood Community Bank, where you're part of the family.
And tell them Braxton sent ya.
Community is important to Excalibur Contracting. Being a Harrisonville business for 14 years, they understand what it takes to be successful and make Harrisonville successful. If you need help with a remodel, grounds, athletic field maintenance, mowing, or landscape, Excalibur Contracting is who to call. Mike and Natalie Johnson with Excalibur are proud to back the Blue both on and off the field.
Stop going online and paying top dollar to make a t-shirt. Call Cindy at C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. She will walk you through the whole process and have you or your organization looking the best. It's no mistake that 4T's Broadcasting is always the best trash crew around. We trust Cindy with all of our apparel on game day. Put a personal C Squared touch on your next order. Whether it's just 1 or 100, C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing can get it done. Check them out on Facebook or go see them on the Clinton Square.
When you plan a party, the last thing you want to do is worry about cooking and cleaning up that mess. Call the experts at Time for Seasoning Catering. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant menu for your celebration. Take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu that they'll be talking about for weeks. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME for seasoning.com to get her booked today. When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance Agent Bradley Sainer can help you understand your options so you can be prepared for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Farmers Agent Bradley Sainer at 816-974-8105 to find out how he can help you protect the things that matters most to you. That's Bradley Sainer at 816-974-8105.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Welcome back inside at Tiger Fieldhouse on the campus of Stockton High School. 51st Annual Stockton Tournament. Third place action coming your way in about 7 minutes or so. Your Harrisonville Wildcats set to take on the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. Mount Vernon, many people want to know historically what Mount Vernon is. That is where George Washington lived, on a plantation called Mount Vernon. Did you know that?
Yes, but not there.
Not in this town.
Well, I was wondering where you were going.
Vernon out on the East Coast, I believe in Virginia. I'm just saying the name Mount Vernon comes from where George Washington lived on his plantation, not in Mount Vernon, Missouri.
Yeah, I was wondering where you're going with that because I'm thinking, I used to live in Southwest Missouri, played Mount Vernon, and I'm thinking.
The only thing that I remember about Mount Vernon is we played them in the 2007 playoffs, and I remember going down there and watching that game, and that was the last of the 5 straight state champion game run.
Wasn't that a mud bowl? Wasn't that the mud bowl?
That was Aurora.
That was Aurora, that's right.
Yes. So
that's right.
Jerry and I were talking about that on the way down. They played, I believe, they played Mount Vernon in the sectional, Monette in the quarterfinals, Green Valley in the semis, and then they won. Green Valley, I won't ever forget that game. That was at Harrisonville. There was about 6,500 people there.
Mount Vernon, though, came to Harrisonville one year as well because I remember that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they beat Harrisonville one year, or they won a state title, or they got first or second. They had Jerry said it's because they had an exchange student that was a kicker, and he kicked like 60-yard field goals. So every time they got across midfield, they were going to score points.
Well, we've had a couple of those in our day.
We absolutely have. Ben Styron and Dallas Herndon, two of the best around. They have been rock star kickers for the Wildcats. But we're done. Well, we're done with football season on everything except for
talking
the pros.
about it.
Yes. So we're ready for some basketball. The Cats without their big Billy Bocher tonight, but they still have the mini Rodman playing down low, Mr. Kennedy Atkinson. I'll be interested to watch this lineup tonight and see how they play, see how they get up and down the floor. And I also want to see how they bounce back from the loss last night in overtime.
Well, and I just hope that Monty doesn't get in foul trouble. If he gets in foul trouble, then we could have a little bit of an issue. Granted, Kennedy works well down below, and Kyle Minching, will probably come in at that. But it'll give Kyle an opportunity to really see what he can do in this setting. So, I mean, that would be good for Kyle to be able to come out and play as well.
Yeah, we will see what happens. We got about 3.5 minutes before we get to this one. And another interesting kind of nugget for the ball game tonight, only 2 officials. There was only 2 for the girls' game. There was only 2 for the game earlier tonight. 2 officials. Actually, one of the officials tonight, Mitchell Marsh, I actually had classes with him at UCM. He's from the Springfield area. Went to UCM for college. He said he's got another couple of semesters. He'll be graduated. Does a really good job being a young official. That doesn't let the crowd get it to him or anything. So I'll be interested to see how they roll with the 2 officials tonight here in this one. So we got about 3 minutes before we get to your opening tip-off. Cats, Mountaineers coming your way right after this.
How nice would it be to get a check from someone and not have to worry about getting to the bank to put it in your account? At Hawthorne Bank, you can do exactly that. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and voila, the check has been deposited into your account. Not to mention, you can always manage your accounts and payments right in the app as well. Hawthorne Bank prides itself on being at the forefront of technology to always make your banking a breeze. Hawthorne Bank, next to Troby's on Plaza Drive. We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASE certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget, and friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang right behind O'Reilly's in the big blue building. How nice would it be to get a check from someone and not have to worry about getting
Does your
to the
lawn
bank?
need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need one roll of sod, a scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, they have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
When it comes to fast service and reasonable prices, Young's Auto Repair is the place. Whether it is a standard oil change, new brakes, or something major, William and Michelle with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you are back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pocket. Don't break the bank when it comes to your vehicle needs. Instead, come to the shop that keeps the cost in check and you rolling back down the highways. Young's Auto Repair, right across the street from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial.
All right, welcome back. We're set for your opening tip. They're announcing the starting lineups right now. You know, one of the things I love, I've been doing this for 16 years now, Gary, 14th year at Harrisonville. You get to know people over the years. I don't know if folks remember Coach Michael Draper. He was assistant coach for the Wildcats a couple years ago. He's now the head coach down here at Stockton. It was fun to get to watch his boys win their game. And his dad, Randy Draper, is the current girls coach at Grain Valley. So got to visit with them. Also, life comes at you fast. Life comes at you full circle. One of my friends from high school lives in Stockton, and his son is probably Stockton's best player, only a sophomore. So I got to see him today, and I got to talk to his dad, who was my high school basketball coach. So life comes at you full circle. It was fun. I got to visit with Coach Baxter. Back in the day, we called him CBX, and love Coach Baxter.
You played sports?
Says the kicker. Yeah, you walked right into that
Yeah,
one.
I did.
Pal. All right, we're ready for some basketball. We like to have a little bit of fun, and we're ready to tip this one off. Mount Vernon and Harrisonville coming your way. Cats going to be in their home whites, white tops, white bottoms, gray trim, gray numbers, blue lettering, Wildcats across the front. Mount Vernon in that navy green color, that dark green, hunter green, whatever you might want to call it. White trim with the white numbers and letters. It'll be Atkinson set to jump it up against Orr. It'll be controlled by Mount Vernon, and we are underway. Get it off on the wing. It'll be Brown, the point guard here. Spin it around for Presnell. Presnell gets it back up front for Bally. Bally's got it, going to switch and go all the way inside. Cut off by Atkinson. Going to skip it over far side. Try to do something with it, get it inside, looking backdoor, no, nothing there. Brown brings it out to the wing, back between the circles with it. Spin it over on the wing for Presnell. Into the corner they go now for Orr. Orr back out front on the wing for Bally. Bally's got it on the wing. He's going to try to dribble, drive, reach in, foul. They call that on Monty, I believe. And that'll be the first foul. All right, kick it to the back. It'll be Brown across the timeline. Gets cut off. Picked up by the Cats as it was knocked away. That was Langer, gets it to Atkinson. Atkinson's got it wing on the right side between the circles for Langer over to Blick. Blick's got it left side wing, a little give and go to Kennedy. Kicks it in the corner for Schroeder. Schroeder's got it left corner, back to the left blocks for Atkinson. A little hook shot, drops it off. Good look to Blix, and the Cats lead it 2-0.
That's what we want to see from the Cats.
Great ball movement there, great unselfish play. That one goes into the backcourt. They're going to say it was tipped. It went off his foot, and instead they're going to run a three the other way. No good. Rebound, and the Cats are going to be out and run. Norris has got it. He's going to go all the way to the rim. No good. And it goes back the other way. Across the timeline they go with it. Valley's going to kick it in the corner. Presnell with it. Presnall skips it up for Brown. Brown's going to fire a long three from the wing, no good. Atkinson finds the ball, as he does so many times, gets the rebound, and then is fouled. I think Kennedy wanted to hold on to that ball on his back a little longer, make sure he got credit for that rebound. We were talking about it. Atkinson averaging almost 12 rebounds a game this season for the Wildcats, #1 in the metro area. Get it to Blixt on the right side wing. Blixt looking inside, still looking, going to kick it back between the circles for Norris. Spin it over to Atkinson on the left side wing. 6 minutes to go here, first quarter. Cats lead 2-0. Get it off for Norris. Norris has got it on the wing. Thought about a sidestep three. Now he gets it to Blixt. Top of the key now for Schroeder. Schroeder looking for a cutter. Now he's going to hand off for Norris. Norris has got it, gets it back to Blixt. Blixt has got it into the corner, spin it over. 3 ball right in front of the clapping bench is Langer, and it is 5-0 as Langer puts 3 on the board. 5:30 to go here, first quarter, 5-0. Cats with the lead. Brown with it out front for Mount Vernon. Going to dribble over to the wing, dribble inside now, kick it into the corner. Presnall going to fire a 3. No. Rebound Langer. Langer's got it. He's going to push. He gets it to Blix. Blix has got it in the corner. Back to Langer. Langer on the wing, going to dribble drive. And he is fouled on the way to the rim. Are they going to call that on Presnall or are they going to call that on Brown? We will see. They call that on Brown. Be Cats ball underneath their own bucket here. Norris set to pass it in. Cats lined up across the baseline here. Now Atkinson says, I will pass it in. Nope. Now they go back to Norris. Now top of the key for Schroeder. Schroeder goes to the free throw line, drops it off. Atkinson, glass and good. Kennedy Atkinson, and the Cats lead 7-0 early. Brown brings it back the other way. Brown loses his footing as good defense played by Norris. Get it off on the wing for Bally. Bally goes underneath. Now kicks it back out front for Brown. Brown going to dribble drive, and they're going to call the blocking foul on Norris. And with 4:48 to go, first quarter, Cats lead 7-0. So Bally to pass it in on the baseline. Gets it into Orr. Orr's got it on the wing right side, back top of the key, spin it around. Presnall with it. Presnall now gets off for Bally. Bally's got it up front, guarded by Blix. Dribbles over, hands off on the wing. Gets it to Brown. Skip it into the corner for Mount Vernon. They're going to dribble drive underneath. Nope, kick it outside. Little dribble drive floater, good by Windler, and it's 7-2. 4:20 to go here, first quarter. Cats lead 7-2 early in this one. Get it between the circles for Norris. Get it off for Langer. Langer going to drive. Offensive foul called as Brown steps in front of it, and it goes back the other way. So 4:12 to go here, first quarter. So Tiemann going to check in for Langer. Coach Langer working on Mitchell over there, saying, you understand he turned his shoulder there. Get it off on the wing. That'll be Presnall with it. Baseline. Back up front they go for Bally. Bally's got it on the wing left side, going to dribble into the corner. Now kicks it back out on the wing. Back top they go for Windler. Windler into the corner, other side for Presnall. Presnall a little give and go to Brown. Puts it up and in for 2. And 4 quick points puts Mount Vernon back to within 2 after the Brown jumper in the paint. Schroeder's got it on the wing, get it off for Tiemann. Tiemann's got it on the wing right side, between the circles for Schroeder. Now off for Norris. Norris goes inside for Blix. Blix double teamed underneath there, tried to get it off for Schroeder and throws it away to Bally the other way for Mount Vernon. Bally with it on the wing, right side, backs it back up, skips it over the other way for Windler. Windler's got it between the circles, now back to Bally. 3:10 to go here, first quarter, 7-4 Cats with the early lead. Brown with it on the wing left side, goes free throw line, now backs it back out for Presnall. Presnall gonna back his way all the way down. Now kick it in the corner for Brown, 3, and just like that, both teams with 7-0 runs, and we're tied at 7 apiece on the 3 by Brown. Blixt has got it. Going to skip it over for Schroeder. They go inside for Atkinson. Kick to the corner. 3-ball. No. Tiemann on that one. And they're going to go back the other way. Brown's got it. He'll fire again. No good. Rebound backside by Tiemann. Gets it off for Norris. Norris across the timeline with it. Kick it in the corner for Blixt. Off now to Schroeder. Schroeder's got it wing right side. 2:20 to go. And a timeout called on the floor. Going to talk it over. 7-7 our score. 2:22 to go here first. We'll be back after this. It's hard to find someone reliable to work on your small engines. Not anymore. Nathan and the crew at Land and Sand are your stop from lawnmowers, personal watercraft, all the way to Can-Ams and razors. From tune-ups to race builds, they will make sure your toy is ready to play with the big boys. Call them at 816-738-1455 and set up an appointment today. All right, welcome back. 7-7 our score. 2:22 to go here in the first quarter. Cats open with a 7-0 run. Mount Vernon answered with a 7-0 run of their own. And the Cats call a timeout with 2:22 to go here in the first. And they will have the ball.
Minching and Langer are back in with Tiemann, and Schroeder and Blix are out, getting a little bit of air.
So 2:22 to go here first quarter. Norris to bring the ball across the timeline, has it between the circles. Thought about a three, now gets it off to Langer. Langer with it on the left side wing. Goes to the free throw line for Atkinson. Atkinson's so good with seeing the floor, and he kicks it in the corner for three for Langer. And he's got a couple of threes, and it's 10-7 Cats as they go back on top. Langer with 6 for the Cats. Skip it in the corner. Windler going to fire a three. No good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds off of Mount Vernon. And back the other way. We had a good conversation this morning. Basketball at the community center, and name a lot of Wildcat football fans will know, and even some basketball fans played a little basketball before he hurt his shoulder. Got to talk to, get to it in just a minute. Get it back up front here. Get it off on the wing. 3-ball again, no good this time. Good rebound by Minchin, kicks it out to Tiemann. Tiemann thought about a three, then walked with it. Colin Carruthers, got to talk to him this morning. Asked if he was coming down to the game. He goes, nope. He goes, I'll be listening. So got a chance to talk to Colin Carruthers. Looks like he might be going to UCM this fall, or next fall, I should say. Construction management, what he's going to college for. Always good to be able to talk to those kids. He's one of those kids I've known since he was in 6th grade. He was in Angela's class when he was in 6th grade. These seniors are her last class she had in Harrisonville. So 1:10 to go here first quarter, or sorry, 1:20 to go here first quarter. Dribble drive, Mount Vernon, and they get cut off. Back out front, they go with it for Brown. Jumper by Orr is good, make it 10-9. Orr, I don't think, thought that was going in. He sprinted to get to the basket because he thought that was going to be a little bit short. Tiemann with it, get it back for Norris. Norris has got it to Langer, skips it over to Tiemann. Back to Norris again. Good ball movement by the Cats. Langer, 3-ball, no. So hit his first couple, has missed 2 in a row there, and the Cats lead 10-9 with 45 seconds to go here. Kick it in the corner. Back out front, spin it around. Between the circles with it, that is Windler. Gets it off for Bally. Bally now hands to Brown. Brown's got it to Bally. Little drive by Bally. Side steps a defender and gets the foul call. So Bally goes to the line for a pair here. So 10-9 our score. Bally at the line for a pair. First one rattles home, has one more to go. We're knotted at 10 apiece, our second tie of this first quarter. Bally second, up and through, and Mount Vernon has their first lead of the ball game at 11-10. Norris to bring it up for the Cats with 15 seconds to go. They get it to Tiemann and Norris. 10 seconds to go here now. Kick it in the corner. Back out front they go. Into the backcourt it's going to go. And over and back. So now Mount Vernon going to get the last shot of the first quarter. Or to pass it in, gets it into Bally. He's going to spin, shoot, no good. And Norris fires from half court, almost throws it down from half court. It was no good. At the end of one, it's 11-10. We'll be back after this.
A strong lineup is always important no matter the sport. The same should go for your insurance company as well. At Stafford & Stafford Insurance, your auto, commercial, life, health, farm, and crop insurance is all under one roof. With a lineup like that, they are sure to have your team covered. Call the team that will line up with the best of them. Stafford & Stafford Insurance in Harrisonville, located on Commercial Street across from Holland's Auto Sale.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services has been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a fourth-generation Wildcat. With this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. And as always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Both teams started the game on 7-0 runs. Cats started out up 7-0. Mount Vernon answers with a 7-0 run, and then back and forth from there. And here we are at the end of one, 11-10, Cats down by 1.
Yeah, leading scorer for Cats, Langer with 2 threes with 6 points, and for Mount Vernon is Brown with 2 twos for, a 2 and a 3 for 5.
So Cats trail 11-10, going to get the ball to start the second quarter. Go back to their starting 5. So it'll be Atkinson, Norris, Langer, Blixt, and Schroeder for the Cats. Left side wing, top of the key for Norris. Now over to the wing for Schroeder. Back top of the key, 3, no good. Rebound, Atkinson fighting for it, but it goes to Mount Vernon. They're going to bring it back the other way. Herbert brings it across the timeline, gets it off on the wing for Bally. Bally's got it, looking in the corner, goes to Herbert in the corner. Herbert back out front for Bally. Bally's got it top of the key, going to dribble over to the wing on the left side. Set up his offense, now goes up and under. Now kick it in the corner, Windler for 3, good. So good ball movement by Mount Vernon, and they lead it 14-10. Atkinson kick out to Langer, and Langer knocks down the jumper and gets an and one attempt. So Langer is fouled. Chance at the old-fashioned three-point play to make it a one-point game again. Dominic Dawson checks in for Orr here. All right, free throw is good. Make it 14-13. Cats back to within 1. Across the timeline they go. Herbert with it on the wing. Looking to do something with it. Gets it back out between the circles. Now back to Herbert. Herbert's got it wing right side. Run that motion through the lane there. Now back to the other side. Windler. Hands off for Bally. Bally's got it on the wing right or left side. Dribbles into the left block. Skip it over the right wing for Windler. Into the corner, Herbert. He'll fire a 3. Rattles in, rattles out. Kennedy Atkinson there for the board. Back the other way. Cats down by 1. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder going to dribble drive. Kick in the corner. He was blocked before he got rid of it. And that'll be a foul on Mount Vernon with 6.5 to go here in the first half. So 14-13 our score here, second quarter, 6:35 to go. Norris set to pass it in, get in into Atkinson. He stopped, goes for a dribble, and is fouled. You know, I was talking a little bit about my my high school coach being here tonight, and got to see him before the game. I laughed because he always got so frustrated with players when they would grab the ball in the lane and they'd take that one dribble. He called it the Missouri one dribble. Kick it back out, get it in the corner. Kennedy got caught there, but he got bailed out by a foul. Now he backs it up, free throw line. 6:27 to go here. Now spins, shoots, and delivers from the free throw line. Cats take the lead back, 15-14, and have a lead change here. Kennedy Atkinson with 4 here in this one.
It's going to be 2 on Kobe.
Which makes things more interesting because it's who runs your point at that time. You really don't want him to pick up a third foul, and if you're Mount Vernon, you're going to want to attack him right off the bat here. Get it off on the wing for Bally. Bally's going to dribble into the corner with it on the right side, and he's going to skip it into the paint. Ball stripped away. Good hands by the Cats off of Mount Vernon. Dawson couldn't hang on to it. You know what Herbert reminds me of? A cross-country runner. Just look at his build. And it's funny because the other cross-country runner on Harrisonville is Connor Blixt. And it's a little bit funny seeing those two match up against each other. Get it off on the wing over to Stacy. He'll fire a three. No. Atkinson with the offensive rebound. Put back. No. Now a rebound, and they're going to call over the back on Schroeder. Monty wanted it. It's not over the back. I forget. It's a push-off. They don't call that over the back. There's actually no official over-the-back call. He had that hand in the small of his back, tried to get away with getting over the top and grabbing that rebound. That'll be 2 on Monty. So Monty and Norris both with 2 fouls, and we still got 5:42 to go here in the first half of play. Across the timeline, Brown comes with it, gets it off into the corner. 3 ball on the way by Bally is good. So 17-15 the score. Told it's Ballet. Get it back between the circles. Free throw line for Atkinson. Atkinson kicks in the corner. 3 ball. Blix, no good. Missed that one. Belay with the rebound. Back the other way. Goes with 5:15. Free throw line jumper. Belay, no good. Dawson with the putback is good. It makes it 19-15 Mount Vernon, and their largest lead of the ball game. 3 the other way for the Cats, no good. Minching got the offensive rebound, bulldozed Brown. They call him for the offensive foul. So 19-15 the score with 4:59 to go in the half. You know, Gary talked about in the pregame is if anybody gets in foul trouble, Cats could be in trouble as they would go deeper into their bench. And here you got 2 of their starters on the bench with 2 fouls, and we still got about half of the first half to play. 3 ball, no good. Atkinson with the rebound. Brings it across the timeline for Blix underneath for Minching. Minching, little dribble drive, no. Blixt in there trying to fight for the rebound. Goes right to Langer. He puts it in for 2. It's 19-17 Langer with 2. He's got 11 in the ball game for the Cats, pacing them. 19-17 the score. 4:25 to go here in this first half of play. Herbert's got it now. Kicks back for Windler. Windler going to dribble to the elbow. Back out to Herbert. Now to Brown. Brown's got it. Free throw line, skips it over to Windler. Windler's got it on the right side wing, into the right corner. Herbert gonna fire, no. Dawson put back, no. Atkinson with the rebound, and Atkinson is gonna be fouled by Dawson with 4:03 to go here in the first half of play. So they call that on Belay. With 4:03 to go here in the first half. 19-17 the score. Hall into the game, and also Norris back in the game with his 2 fouls. Norris brings it across the timeline. You know, one of the things with Norris playing with 2 fouls on the offensive end, that as I say that, he gets aggressive and drives in. Minching with the offensive board and a putback. He's fouled and going to go to the free throw line. I like the aggressiveness out of Minching. We haven't seen him a lot in the games, but he's really making the most of it here tonight. So 3:50 to go here, first half, 19-17 our score. Minching at the line for 2. Goes through his routine. Short on that one more to go here, as it remains 19-17. $3:50 to go here in the first half. 19-17 the score. Second free throw, no good. Hall gets the offensive board. Put back on the backside is good. And it's tied at 19-19. Good play by Corbin Hall there. Gets in the scoring column, and it's 19-19, 3:35 to go here in the first half. Belay's got it. He's going to dribble, kicks into the corner. Back out front they go for Brown. Brown to the free throw line. Tries to kick it back in for Presnall, and it's knocked out of bounds. And the Cats get it back tied at 19. Well, as I say about Norris earlier with those 2 fouls, he can't be as aggressive on offense because he could pick up an offensive foul. And as I said that last time, he dribbled into the lane and was aggressive with it. That ball is no good by Langer, and back the other way. Ballet makes it 22-19. Teeman to Norris, spin it over to Langer to Norris, into the corner. Teeman for 3, no good. Offensive foul called on the Cats. I think they're going to call that on Minching. That might be 2 on him. So 2:56 to go here, first half. 22-19.
That's 3 on Minching.
It was Minching that picked up a foul, and it was his 3rd. And it'll be a 1-on-1 situation. Ballet at the line. He is 2 for 2 from the line. Good shooter. His last one was from deep from 3. He's got 5, and he leads with 3 players with 5 for Mount Vernon. Free throw is up and good. Now 3 for 3 from the line, and it's a 23-19 game. 4 points, matches the largest lead of the night for Mount Vernon. Cats led by 7 early, but Mount Vernon able to crawl back into it. 2:56 to go here in the first half. Both free throws are good, and it's a 24-19 Mount Vernon lead. Norris brings it across the timeline, kick it baseline for Hall. Hall skips it back out front, volleyball line for Norris. Skip it over to the left side wing, back to the right side wing, Norris. He'll fire a 3, good. Norris knocks it down. It's 24-22. Cats back to within 2 on the Norris triple. Carry called by Brown. Cats get the turnover with 2:29 to go in the first half. 24-22 our score, 2:29 to go first half. Cats with the ball, down by 2, led by as many as 7 early on. Trailed by as many as 5. Blix with it on the wing right side, dribbles back between the circles, goes to the wing. Now they're going to go baseline for Atkinson. Give and go to Blix, then Blix short arm that one a little bit, and it goes back the other way. Ballet goes up, puts it up, and no good. Rebound. Orr called for the foul. Langer walks back the other way, knowing he's going to get 1-on-1 situation for the free throws here. He's got 11 in the ball game, 1 for 1 from the line. His 2 here could tie us back up. 24-22 our score, 2:08 to go here first half. Free throw good by Langer. 1 more to go here, 24-23 the score. Heard the crowd over there with the old-fashioned cough as he was trying to shoot his free throws. That one's from the way back, Gary. Second one rattles home, and we're 24-24, tied up in this one again. This is our 4th tie of the first half. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Brown's got it out front, guarded by Blix, kicks it off on the wing for Presnell. He's going to go to the free throw line, kicks it over, and little bit of miscommunication between Windler and Malay there, and it goes back to the Cats. So 1:52 to go in the half, 24-24 the Cats. And Mount Vernon tied in this one. Blix with it on the left wing between the circles, right wing now Teeman. Teeman's got it on the right wing, goes baseline for Atkinson. He's going to try to dribble under. See if he can get a move. Now kicks it over to Teeman on the wing, back between the circles. Skip it in the corner, too high. Try to get that one to Blix. Goes back the other way with 1:33 to go. Brown going to slow things down with 1.5 to go here in the first half. 24-24 our score. Get it off on the wing. Windler back out front for Ballet. Ballet with it out front, guarded by Blix. Going to dribble over to the wing left side. Gonna dribble all the way into the left blocks. Now look for a cutter. And again, 3 guys cutting at the same time. Goes back the other way. Langer, Glasson, good. And the Cats lead 26-24 after the Langer bucket. Back and forth battle here. Belay's got it between the circles. Going to dribble over to the wing on the right side. Goes to the right block. Skips it over to the left wing. Windler 3-ball. No. Atkinson with a rebound. Get it off for Norris. Norris going to push it back with 48 seconds to go in the half. Dribble drive. Puts it up and puts it in. 28-24. The jump stop put up, and he's got 5. The Cats lead by 4 with 34 seconds to go in the half. Stripped from behind, picked up by Atkinson, and Atkinson going the other way, dives into the scorer's table, gets up and going to go shoot 1-and-1 free throws here. Actually, he may have 2 shots because that might be the 10th team foul. Gonna whistle here over the side. It shows 9.
It is 9.
So they put that team foul up there rather quickly as soon as that was called. Atkinson at the line for a 1-and-1. So 28-24, Cats by 4 with 28 seconds to go in the half. Free throw is good by Kennedy Atkinson, knocks it down, and it's 29-24. Cats back out in front by 5. They're on a 10-0 run here. Second free throw coming up for Kennedy. It is up. It is good. Drops them both in, and the Cats lead 30-24. 11-0 run for the Cats as they were down by 5, 24-19 just a little bit ago. 20 seconds to go in the half. Belay with it. Going to back it up between the circles now with 18. Kick it over for Windler on the wing. Left side back between the circles. Brown. Brown thought about a long 3, dribbles off. And now good defense by Stacy. Kick it off for Ballet with 8 seconds to go. Belay's going to back it up, guarded by Blix. Tries to drive it in. Ball on the floor. Atkinson comes out of there with it. Ball tipped away. We go to the half. 30-24. Cats with a lead. We'll be back right after this.
No matter the time of day, we could all use a Route 44 from Sonic. Good news, if you order in the Sonic app, you get happy hour all day. That means drinks are half price anytime on the Sonic app. Don't worry, it's still traditional happy hour from 2 to 4 every day at the Sonic of Harrisonville. So if you need to refuel with a drink, or maybe you need a snack, come see the gang at Sonic and fuel up.
A community always needs a group to help promote the small businesses in its town. Harrisonville Chamber of Commerce does this for Harrisonville. Chamber Golf Tournament, Log Cabin Festival, and monthly meetings. The Chamber events are plentiful and a great way for your business to be seen. Go to harrisonvillechamber.com or watch the weekly Chamber chat for more Chamber happenings.
Something that good teams always possess is the fact they got each other's back. Schroeder Chiropractor in Harrisonville has your back. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, you will feel right at home. And they have a warm, family-friendly waiting area. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in the bright futures and Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
When you're searching for insurance, it's good to be able to call an agent in your town that can protect you. So if you're looking for auto, life, renters, boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy to be covered, call CPSK Insurance, an auto owner's affiliate. Call and talk to one of the local agents, Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra, located right off I-49 and 291 in Harrisonville at the Millwalk Mall. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. If your business needs covered, they can help you out there as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at cpskinsurance.com. Let the local agents go to work for you. All right, welcome back. Cats lead 30-24 here at the half. They led 7-0 early, let Mount Vernon back in the game. Mount Vernon had a 5-point lead at 24-19, and the Cats were able to end the half on an 11-0 run and take the lead by 6 at the half. Gary's working on some halftime stats. I think he's got them. We'll let him tell us what we got from the first half.
Well, leading the way for Harrisonville is Langer. He had 6 in the first, and then he had 9 in the second to give him 15. Rounding out the scoring for Harrisonville, Kennedy Atkinson has 6. Kobe Norris has 5. And Blixt and Hall each have 2 for their 20. They scored 10 in the first and then 20 in the second to bring it to 30. Leading the way for Mount Vernon, Belay has 10, and Brown and Windler each have 5. Orr and Dawson each have 2 for their 24 points. They scored 11 in the first half and 13 in the second, so they're pretty consistent, but we were able to double up in the second what we did in the first. So that's good. We started off slow, and then we kind of took over. However, each team has some foul problems. Harrisonville probably is in the worst case to a certain extent. Kobe Norris has 2, Monty Schroeder has 2, and Kyle Minching has 3. So their 2 big men, Schroeder and Minching, each have 2 and 3. Each have, or Schroeder has 2 and Minching has 3. For Mount Vernon, they have 3 with 2 in foul trouble, with 2 with Brown has 2, Windler has 2, and Belay, who is their leading scorer, has 2. So it'd be nice if we come out and get a quick foul on Belay. It might set him down for a little bit. He's been pretty hot. We didn't shoot. We shot hot the first 7 points, and then we cooled off quite a bit, and then we only scored 3 points the rest of the first. So hopefully we'll stay consistent as we come out in the second half. In the third, Mount Vernon will get the ball in the third to start it, and I'll be taking it back to you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tale of runs in the first quarter, 7-0 run for the Cats, and then 7 right back for Mount Vernon. Kind of traded punches back and forth. Mount Vernon had a little bit of a spurt there in that second quarter to be able to take that 5-point lead, but the Cats answered back with an 11-0 run of their own and find themselves up by 6 at the half. Best case scenario for the Cats. Best thing is, Schroeder and Norris both with 2 fouls, but they made it to half with those 2 fouls and did not pick up a third.
Yeah, so I mean, it's only if something would happen in Schroeder, we get that third, then your 2 big guys are going to have 3. So you obviously want to hopefully get deep into the third or into the fourth before Schroeder may pick up that third, and then you'd have both available in the fourth at any time you'd want.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. As I was talking to,
as you know, not anything what I just said.
I know everything you just said. That's why I pay you the big bucks.
That's why I stopped when you were talking to Jerry, because I wanted to see what you were going to do with it when I give it back to you.
So we got about 5 minutes before we get the second half action here. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more from Stockton High School after this.
I do have a couple things that.
Looking for the perfect date for Valentine's? Join them at the Cider House for an amazing 5-course dinner prepared by a professional chef, complete with a demo by the chef, a local musician, wine pairings, and more. Make it a Valentine's evening you won't forget. Cider House is located on 7 Highway, just 8 minutes south of Harrisonville. The 2021 Farm to Table schedule is posted on the website. The dates will sell out, so don't wait to book. For more information, check out theciderhouse.com. events, or visit their Facebook page. It's almost that time, Valentine's Day. Hand pies from Granny Faye's Pies at Upcycled Orchard are almost here. We'll be taking orders soon. Our orchard location is closed, but the booth at Artisans Corner on Wall in Harrisonville is open. We have our gift items and take and bake Granny Faye's Pies and pot pies available in our booth all year long. Make sure to watch our Facebook page for ordering information. We will be posting soon. Granny Faye's Pies are the best, so don't miss out. Today is National Pie Day, so celebrate with a Granny Faye pie. Stop paying high prices for low-quality Rising M feeders and get locally grown, farm fresh USDA inspected beef. No more reground beef to make it look fat, fresh, fatty steaks, or tough meats. Get it fresh from the source. Quarter, half, and whole packages available. Call or text Charlie with Rising M Feeders for more detail. 816-738-3571. That's 816-738-3571. Welcome back inside at Tiger Fieldhouse on the campus of Stockton High School. Cats lead 30-24 at the half. I think Gary had something to say.
Well, you have to warn me when you do that commercial live because you said we were going to go to a commercial, and I'm thinking we're on a commercial.
The commercial wasn't live. We've had that recorded for months, Gary.
Yeah, what I was going to say was I've got to talk really. We were talking about the bigs inside. Kyle Minching has played very well inside. I mean, he's gotten some big rebounds, had some good play inside, as well as Schroeder. We keep talking about how much Atkinson has been inside. He had some help in the first. And so that's been a big plus, and if it continues in the second, any of those guys in there is going to be a big plus for us as far as rebounds.
Yeah, and when Kennedy's even better at rebounding when he has help in there rebounding, and him and Monty can play off of each other really well, both undersized for high school bigs, only both being around 6'1"-ish, but they're both very athletic and can jump high. So they play off of each other, very athletic, get a lot of rebounds. It'll be interesting to see how those two play off of each other in the second half.
And also, Mount Vernon really only played 6. They had one player that had a little bit in the second, but they've only been playing 6, so I'm curious what their endurance is going to be like going into the third and, more importantly, late into the fourth. We'll see. I mean, they primarily played 6. We've been playing 7. Now we had to play 8 and 9 because of some foul trouble, and we were able to succeed and increase our lead with that. So we'll see how Mount Vernon does with the endurance come late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because they, like you said, they had their big Dawson come in the second quarter for a little bit, but overall just playing those 6. So we'll see. You can usually start seeing a late third, early fourth when shots start coming up short and teams start laboring a little bit. We'll see if either team feels those effects in the second half. We're close to second half action here. 30-24 is our score. Thanks for joining us for the halftime show brought to you by Susie Q Drive-In in Harrisonville. They moved from Pleasant Hill to Harrisonville, Susie Q Drive-In. It is in the Southland Shopping Center next to Dollar General, and they have some good food, the Susie Q Drive-In in Harrisonville. Gary, anything to add? No, they're in Harrisonville.
Peculiar to Harrisonville.
What did I say?
Pleasant Hill.
Oh. Sorry.
That's right. You had the P right. It was just,
these two complain an awful lot. I lose track of some of these people from time to time.
Well, that's your one mistake for the year, so.
We're ready for second half action. Cats and Mount Vernon. Cats this half are going to go from the left to the right. Mount Vernon from the right to the left. I'm not even going to attempt to try to figure out which is north, south, east, west. I'm thinking it goes east, west, and west and east, but I'll let Gary, the official barometer, tell me for sure. So 7:55 to go here, third quarter, 30-24, Cats with the lead. Belay with it on the wing, into the corner he goes for top of the key now. Windler gets it back out front for Brown. Brown dribbles, now kicks it in the corner for Windler. Windler out of the corner of the wing, back out front for Belay. Belay has it, now kicks off for Brown. Brown gonna dribble in. Now looks inside for Purnell, back to Dawson. Now Dawson still in there. Back out front they go as Orr's been sitting for quite a while. Offensive foul drawn, and Brown picks up his third. Good job by Schroeder. That was going to be bad for one of the two teams because it was either going to be Schroeder or Brown picking up their third, and lucky for us, it was Brown.
Well, I think he ducked the shoulder there a little bit. I'm not saying he was doing it intentionally, but he had the shoulder ducked a little bit, and you're going to get that call anytime as far as a charge.
Kind of shows Monty's basketball IQ to know when that shoulder drops to go. There's a rebound by Belay, and it goes back the other way after the Schroeder miss. Kick it in the corner. Windler going to dribble out of the corner, back out front. He goes for Belay, almost back court. Belay able to harness it in. Belay with it now on the wing. Going to dribble off and kick it in the corner. Windler going to fire a three and connect. Cuts it to a three-point game. 30-27 as Windler has a couple of threes in the game. Atkinson with it out front. Going to start his dribble, handoff for Langer, now to Blix. Blix going to run the point for the Cats. Now get it over on the wing left side. Back over to the right side volleyball line for Blix. Back between the circles.
I was wondering when they were going to get that, and that is going to be 4 on Brown.
So I didn't see what happened there. You were watching away from the ball. What happened there, Gary?
He was really, glued to a Langer and wouldn't let him go and pretty much holding him. So.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Monty was talking to the official, asking him, was that like a arm bar or arm hook, and that's what he was saying he did. Schroeder with it on the wing right side, back out front for Blix. Free throw line for Atkinson. Atkinson looking to do something with it. Kick it to Blix. 3-ball by Blix is good. Make it 33-27. Cats up by 6. Connor Blix with a triple. And the Cats lead by 6 with 6 minutes to go here in the third. Dribble drive by Belay is good. Make it 33-29. So Belay with 12, and it goes back the other way. Blix, he'll fire again. Connect! Connor Blix, 36-29.
Keep feeding it.
And it goes back the other way. I'll tell you, when you get a shooter into a situation, now Belay going to fire the other way. Short rebound by Schroeder as he was shoved onto that one, but then nothing called. Going to go back across the timeline. Kick it over to Atkinson. He's got it on the wing into the corner. Blix, he'll fire. Oh, just a little bit long. I thought he was going to have 3 in a row. And Belay going to bring it back across the timeline. Belay is talking to Blix as he knocked into Blix. They kick it in the corner. Herbert's going to fire, way overshoots that one, and it's picked up back the other way. Langer with it. Langer's got it on the wing. Elbow jumper, buries it. 38-29. Cats up by 9. Timeout called by Mount Vernon. Cats up 9. 5:06 to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Inside the Train testing facility, our heating and cooling products go through endless torture tests. We drop them, slam them against a wall, shake them, and then expect them to run without an extra decibel in our anechoic sound chamber. We test so it runs.
On Heating and Cooling is your local Train dealer. They've been serving Harrisonville and the surrounding communities for over 50 years. If you need service, repair, or replacement of your heat pump, furnace, air conditioner, or indoor air quality equipment, give Han a call at 816-380-5659, just like the Wildcats.
It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back. I was just looking at that commercial. That was our Han Heating and Cooling commercial for our broadcast, and those pictures were taken by one of our sponsors early in the year, Royal Photography, and want to give him a shout out. They moved over to the St. Louis side. He took a job as a pastor at a church over on the St. Louis side. I believe his daughter's at Washington High School over near St. Louis, playing on the JV team. So shout out to Michael Royal and his family getting that job and taking over a church over towards the St. Louis area. 38-29 our score here, 5:06 to go in the third, and it'll be Mount Vernon basketball. Belay going to bring it across the timeline, has it back out, going to go free throw line. Presnell underneath for Dawson. He stop, pop, and drop it. Dawson knocks it down, and it's 38-31. Back the other way for the Cats. They go elbow for Atkinson, and Atkinson gets it on the baseline now for Schroeder. Schroeder going to dribble drive, kick it in the corner for Blix. Blix wide open, Atkinson puts it in, and it's 40-31. Kennedy Atkinson, he's got 8, and the Cats lead by 9 again with 4:25 to go here in the third. Belay going to dribble drive and a blocking foul. They're going to call that one on Monty, I believe. So 4:22 to go here in the third. Monty going to pick up his third foul.
No, that's going to be on Atkinson.
Oh, so they, hey, if you're talking about Atkinson, that's Kennedy's first, so that'll work as well. I believe it'll be a 2-shot opportunity for Belay. He is 4 for 4 from the line. He leads all scorers for Mount Vernon with 12, and he's got a pair coming up here. First one is good. Rattles it home. Usually when a shooter rattles one home like that, the second one is true.
Swish.
So he's 5 for 5, still perfect from the line with 4:22 to go here in the third. Second free throw, good.
Swish.
Bottom of the net, 40-33. Belay's got 14 to lead Mount Vernon, trying to get them to hang around here. 40-33 the score. We'll call that one on Langer. This is the first game I've noticed you can see the other team visually like talking. like visually in faces, basically. Presnell off to Herbert. Herbert's got it out front, guarded by Norris. Now he loses the handle, gets it back to Belay with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 40-33 the score. Presnell's got it top of the key. He's going to dribble, drive, kick in the corner. Herbert over to Windler. He's going to fire from way outside. And they're going to call a foul inside on Mount Vernon. Dawson still pulling Monty's hair out of his hand. It says, was that on me? 7-point game here with 3:45 to go, third quarter. Cats up by 7 over Mount Vernon. Across the timeline, they can get it off for Schroeder. Schroeder looks inside, now go to Atkinson. Atkinson's got it looking inside, off to Blix, back to Atkinson. Atkinson thought about it. He's only taken 4 threes all year. Thought about it right there. They're going to hand off for Langer. Langer kicks it in the corner now, back out front for Atkinson. He'll fire, connect! Kennedy Atkinson for 3. I have no idea what just happened right there. Atkinson knocked down a 3, and after that, I'm not real sure. But it is 43-33. And again, we were talking about it getting chippy already, and you visually can see the Mount Vernon players. And I want to talk about something I just saw right there. Kennedy Atkinson showed his leadership right there. He grabbed 3 Wildcats and shoved them onto their side of the floor and said, guys, calm down, let's go. That's the sign of a leader right there. I like to see that. I don't know what
he's still standing in between their bench and the Mount Vernon bench.
Kennedy with the triple. He's got 11. The Cats lead by 10. 3:15 to go here. Coach Langer wants an explanation as well here. And here's another problem. We talked about only having 2 officials. It's harder for 2 guys to control a game than it is for 3.
And their coach, no, I'm going to stop.
Well, okay, I'll be the one to say this, and I'm always told this even when I'm one of my youth coach. Your kids are going to act as though you act.
Absolutely.
And their coach was almost to half court and almost to the center where they jumped the ball, threw his mask down. You cannot do that in a high school basketball game. Now Belay's going to fire. No good. Atkinson with the rebound. He's fouled, and it'll go back the other way. They're visually frustrated right now, and this is when you need to attack if you're the Wildcats. 43-33, 3:08 to go here in this third quarter. Cats by 10 with the basketball. Norris going to push it up. He's going to dribble all the way coast to coast. A little bit short on that one. I don't think he realized he was going to have that much lane. Belay going to come back the other way. He's going to be double teamed. Kick it in the corner. Herbert, he thought about a 3. Now dribble drives, kick it off for Belay. Belay's got it in the corner on the right side, guarded by Blix. Going to try to get a pick from Dawson. Now back on the wing, guarded by Blix. They're going to go free throw line, Herbert. Herbert now going to back it out, kick it to Windler. Windler will fire a 3. No good. And another foul on Dawson. And Dawson going to have to take a seat. That was his third foul with 2:37 to go here in the third quarter. 43-33 the score. Cats by 10 and the basketball. Get it in to Blix. He's got it in the backcourt. He's going to push it up, guarded by Herbert. Across the timeline, he goes to Norris. Norris has got it out front. Going to dribble around on the wing, guarded by Windler. Backdoor cut, Langer, glass and good. 45-33. Cats catch him napping, 17 for Langer. They kick it in the corner, Windler. Windler's going to try to get it stripped away. Picked up by Norris. Norris going to go coast to coast. Glass and good. 47-33. Cats by 14. Norris with 7. And it goes back the other way. Belay's got it off for Orr. Orr's got it way outside. Gets it back out front. Going to drive. Belay's going to drive and put it up off the glass for 2. And a timeout called by Mount Vernon with 1:56 to go here in the third, 47-35. The Cats with the lead. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back after this.
There are a ton of choices for home appliances, but only one you need to know. That's Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville. Today, it's more important than ever to support small business. Troby's prides themselves on American-made appliances, competitive prices, and unmatched service, from installation to service calls if any issue may arrive. Troby's is your hometown appliance center.
Next time you're in the market for a home appliance, think Troby's first on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
All right, 1:56 to go here. Third quarter, Cats lead by 12. Business has picked up here in the third quarter, Gary.
It has, and this is when we need to keep the pedal down because they're still frustrated, and we can continue to scoring on them going into the fourth.
Yeah, you would love to have that double-figure lead going in the fourth quarter, make them chase when they only have 5 or 6 kids that have been playing most of the game. So Atkinson's got it in the backcourt, get it to Schroeder, and Schroeder going to bring it across the floor for the Cats. Across the timeline, gets it to Norris to Atkinson. Atkinson's got it now back to Norris with 1:45 to go here in the third. Hand it to Tiemann, back to Norris. Free throw line, Langer, look back door. And he's going to pull up from the free throw line, and good. Brooks Langer, 49-35. And that was great defense by Mount Vernon there, too. Just nothing you can do on that one. Belay going to try to dribble in, put it up. He's going to draw that fourth foul on Monty. Looks like we'll see Kyle Minching back in the game here. Or it might be 3. Was that 3? Just 3 on Kennedy. Or, sorry, third. Monty. So third on Monty. Belay at the line, perfect from the line. Rattles another one home, 7 for 7 from the line. 49-36. Like that move by Coach Langer with 1:23 to go here in the third. You don't want him to pick up a fourth in this third. So Belay at the line, perfect on the night, and maintains it 8 out of 8 from the line. It's 49-37 the score. Across the timeline, they go with 1:17 to go. Minching's got it way outside on the wing. Gets it between the circles for Atkinson. Now to Norris. Back up front, Langer. He'll fire a long 3, no good. Minching with the rebound. And jump ball is going to stay with the Cats. I didn't see the jump there, but we'll take it. It'll be Cats ball with 1:06 to go here in the third. 12-point Wildcat lead. So 49-37 the score. Get it in the corner for Atkinson. He's going to fire, misses. Rebound by Tiemann, and Tiemann is fouled. And Tiemann, that'll be the 6th team foul on. Officials notice this is getting pretty heated right there as he's trying to calm both sides down. And they let him shoot here, a 2-shot foul? Because I think that was just the 6th. So foul on the floor will be the 6th team foul. 59 seconds to go in the third. Cats by 12. Norris to pass it in for the Cats. They're going to get it in for Langer. Langer grabs the ball. And a foul going to be called on Windler.
That's going to be 4 on him.
So Windler and Brown both with 4.
And that's 7.
Dawson with 3. Coming into the ball game is Clayton Turner. 1-1 for Norris here. Rattles in, rattles out. Rebound by Mount Vernon. Back the other way it goes. Belay loses the handle, gets it back, kicks it out for Herbert. Back to Belay. Belay guarded by Tiemann. 49-37 the score. Belay going to go baseline. Cut off by Atkinson. But be a foul underneath. Langer going to check out. Blix checks back in. 38.2 to go in the third. Cats lead 49-37. Belay's got it in the corner for Mount Vernon. Right corner to the right wing. Going to dribble drive. And they're going to call a foul. They calling that on Kennedy, or are they calling? So Kennedy
That's
picks
three.
up too quick right there with 33 seconds to go. I think they're going to put Hall in for Atkinson here. Don't want him to pick up a fourth either. Belay at the line where he is perfect on the night.
And there is your endurance right there, because he's already sucking air.
He has missed it. He was 8 for 8 before that free throw. And we talked about shots coming up short, and that one was short.
And he's showing him being tired. Obviously, he's been in the game the whole time. So
49-39. It's a 10-point game.
49-38.
Or sorry, 49-38. Coach Langer going to call a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 27 seconds to go in the third. Cats lead by 11.
You have many choices when you buy a used car. What do you want? A good deal? A quality vehicle? Outstanding service? At Holland's Auto Sales, you don't have to sacrifice for one of the others. You get all three. The best part is Steve will be there for you because Holland Auto Sales has been Harrisonville's used car dealer for 36 years. So the next time you're in the market for a used car,
go where the Grammars go, Holland Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
27.4 to go here, third quarter. Cats with the ball, an 11-point lead. If you're the Cats, the worst case scenario, you do not want to let them get the last shot of this quarter. So you need to take care of the basketball for about 25 seconds, get the last shot. Best case, you knock down that last shot. Worst case, you're going to the fourth with an 11-point lead. Norris brings it across the timeline, has it on the wing, back out front for Blix. Blix going to dribble over to the wing, right side, top of the key now, Tiemann with 15. Tiemann goes over to the left side wing with it, back out front for Norris with 11 seconds to go here in the quarter. Norris has got it way outside, volleyball line, left side. Thought about a three, gets it off to Hall. Hall's going to dribble, drop it off for the Cats. Three ball, Tiemann, no. Good use of the clock, not maybe the shot they wanted, but they go to the fourth, up 11. We'll take a timeout after this. We'll be back after this.
sure, you could drive to the city and save a few dollars on tires, but why? Young's Tire and Wheel Center in Harrisonville is family owned and operated, and their clients are like family. That, coupled with free flat tire repair on new tires for the life of the tire, means you'd be crazy to drive all over the place to save $1. Trust Young's. That's who Fortis trusts to get them safely to all Wildcat games, home or away. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
All right, 8 minutes on the clock. We go to the fourth quarter. 49-38, our score. Cats by 11. They outscore Mount Vernon 19-14 in that third quarter, a quarter that got a little bit chippy at times. And Mount Vernon has a couple of players now with 4 fouls. If you're the Cats, you want to continue to be the aggressors and attack the basket. Maybe have somebody foul out early in this fourth quarter, especially if they start with those guys in the fourth quarter. So 49-38, and Coach is going to leave Kennedy on the bench a little bit longer here to start this fourth quarter, get him a little bit of a breather, and not let him 49-38 the score. Belay throws it in, and Brown is back in there with 4 fouls. 49-38 the score. Get it off Brown, dribbling around out front, gets it off on the wing for Belay. Belay going to drive to the corner for Herbert. Herbert thought about a 3, now kick it up. Windler, he's going to think about a 3. He dribbles in, now kick to Herbert. He'll fire a 3. No. Rebound by Norris, and Norris is going to come across the timeline, and they're going to call a foul on Belay. Belay did not like that call. So his third, and Norris at the line for a 1-and-1. He's already missed the front end of a 1-and-1. He'd like to regain his composure here. First free throw, no good. And they're going to call that one on Hall. She's going to go back the other way. And now 2 front ends for Norris there. You got to keep an eye on that because those are free throws you need. Herbert to pass it in, gets it in to Brown, and Brown going to bring it across the timeline for Mount Vernon. Between the circles with it, trying to set up his offense. Goes over to the wing left side for Belay. Belay goes into the blocks, now back out for Herbert. Herbert going to dribble to the elbow, try to get rid of it. He is guarded tightly. Now they get it to Brown. Brown to the elbow, other side, dribble. Backs it up on the right side wing, hands off on the right wing for Belay. That's where he likes to attack from, is Belay, and he's going to weave through traffic, get underneath, put it up, no good. Blix with the rebound. Dribbles out of trouble, now gets it ahead for Norris. Norris going to dribble in, kick it in the corner for Hall. Hall short on the bucket. Windler with the rebound, throws it right to Langer, and Langer goes up strong. He's fouled by Dawson. Dawson's mad about that call, but he was out of position and tried to body check. You can't do that. So Langer to the line for a 1-and-1. Or are they going to give him 2 shots here? We'll see.
That's still 1-and-1, unless he was shooting. I'm not sure.
Oh, they're going to say 2-shot foul. So 49-38, 6:52 to go here, 4th quarter. Cats with an 11-point lead. Could push it out to farther here. Langer knocks it down as at 12. Make it 50-38. 1 more to go here. Second free throw coming up for Brooks. He is over 20. He's got 22 in the game. Make it 23, and it's 51-38. Langer knocks down both of his. And Brown going to attack back the other way. He's going to back his way in. Glass no good. Rebound by Schroeder. And Schroeder comes down with it. Cats with the lead. Going to bring it back the other way. 51-38, 13-point Cat lead. I do like the way the Cats have bounced back tonight. Showing some life from last night. Played a little flat, I felt, at times last night. Watching that game online a little bit. Top of the key. Backdoor cut for Norris. Doesn't like what he had. Now he's going to go up strong. Got it in 1. Kobe Norris makes it 53-38. I don't like the extracurricular after that. Just go to the free throw line, shoot the free throw. Good shot by Kobe Norris. And that was a foul on, I didn't see who that one was on.
It was on Herbert.
They call that on Herbert, his second. And it's 53-38, Cats by 15. Norris at the line. Free throw, good. Knocks that one down. It's 54-38. Back the other way with 6:18 to go. Across the timeline. Brown with it, guarded by Norris. Get it over to Belay. Belay's got it on the wing right side, guarded by Blix. Goes by Blix underneath. He goes. Basket in 1. They're going to call the block on Schroeder, and Belay goes to the free throw line. 54-40. Monty picks up his 4th. And Belay at the line for an and 1. 9 out of 10 from the line tonight. Make it 10 out of 11, and it's 54-41. So they answer the Cats' 3-point play with one of their own. Norris short on that one, and it back the other way. Belay dribbles it in, kicks it out for Brown. 3-ball, no. Tipped out right to Norris. Norris going to take it coast to coast and 1, and he's fouled. Windler knocks him down. 56-41. I didn't see that either. I looked down at my sheet here, and somebody was hollering.
And that's Windler's 5th team foul.
So Windler fouls out with 5:46 to go. 56-41 the score. And 1 opportunity for Kobe Norris. Too many K's out there for Kobe Kennedy. Keep getting tongue-tied there. So Norris at the line for an and 1 opportunity. He's got 12 in the ball game for the Cats. Cats with 3 in double figures, and Blix with 8. Free throw no good. He is 1 for 4 from the line tonight, uncharacteristic of Kobe. Brown going to dribble, kicking off on the wing now for Presner. And a jump ball going to be called, and it's going to go back to the Cats. So Monty Schroeder able to grab it in there. Presnall was trying to dribble drive, and the Cats are going to get the turnover with 5:37 to go. They get it into Schroeder. He's going to go ahead for Blixt, and a foul
going to be called on 22.
to Presnall. He pushed, and give Connor a little bit of credit there. He kind of acted that one out a little bit to make sure he got to the line. Two-shot opportunity, 15-point game with 5:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. A little bit long on that one for Blixt. One more to go for him. So 5:32 to go, fourth quarter. Blixt at the line for his second, 56-41 the score. Second one is good. It knocks that one down and gives the Cats a 57-41 lead. Kick it in the corner. Herbert back out to Belay. Belay going to dribble to the top of the key. Kick it in the corner opposite way for Brown. Brown going to dribble drive. He's cut off, and it's thrown right back at him. Schroeder picks it up. He's going to dribble out of traffic and bring it back for the Cats. Across the timeline he goes with it. 5:15 to go. Kennedy's out there. Slow down. Slow down. 5:05 to go in the fourth. 57-41 the score. Schroeder with it off to Atkinson. Atkinson's got it on the wing now to Kobe Norris. Norris now to Blixt, and Blixt kicks it off. Free throw line jumper. Good.
That
Kennedy
was
Atkinson.
perfect.
59-41. You run some clock. You get an open look. You knock it down. Atkinson with the bucket. He's got 13. They give it to Belay. Cats up 18 with 4:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Belay's got it. He's going to skip it over to Herbert. Malak on the wing. Three ball from way downtown. No good. Atkinson tried to grab that one. Out of bounds off of him. It'll stay with Mount Vernon with 4.5 to go in the fourth. 59-41 Cats with the lead. Herbert to pass it in on the near sideline. And now we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it. Timeout as well. 4.5 to go. Cats lead by 18.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today. Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team.
4.5 to go. Here in the fourth, the Cats lead 59-41. Lead by 18 over Mount Vernon in this third place matchup here. Cats were knocked off by the 4-seed Buffalo Bison in the semifinals, and Mount Vernon was knocked off by the 3-seed Lockwood Tigers in theirs. 59-41 the score, 4.5 to go, fourth quarter. They get it in, or gets it into Belay. Belay's got it. He's going to dribble to the free throw line. Elbow jumper, no good. Atkinson with the rebound. And he is fouled by Dawson, and Dawson is going to foul out with 4:22 to go. Kennedy going to come down and shoot a pair of free throws. So that is the second player to foul out for Mount Vernon here in this one.
Kennedy just out-jumped him, and I mean, he came down with the ball and then got pushed at the very end. So,
and I would imagine it is frustrating for a big to play against Kennedy Atkinson because Kennedy's not like super tall. He's 6'1", 6'2", possibly, and he's just so athletic. You get a kid that's 6'3", 6'4" on the other side, and you out-jump him. They body him, and then they get frustrated because they cannot stop him. So 59-41, that one was no good. He's got one more to go here. Chance to put 60 on the board for the Cats with 4:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second one, no. So Cats missed both. Still an 18-point game. Belay going to bring it back the other way with 4:20 to go. Cats got to try to close this one out. Brown's got it way outside. Got to give him credit. He's been playing with 4 fouls this entire fourth quarter and been able to stay in there. Presnall gets it off for Brown. And Brown going to dribble drive. Elbow jumper, no. Rebound saved right to Atkinson. And Atkinson's got it in the backcourt, guarded by Presnall. And Atkinson brings it across the timeline, gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder now off to Norris. Norris has got it outside. Back between the circles, or on the wing, I should say. Skip it over to Blix. Blix has got it back out front. So 3:40 to go here, fourth quarter. Cats by 18. Trying to run some clock here and find a good, open, easy shot. And the foul, that's on Brown. That's 5 on him. I was just saying how well he's done here in this fourth quarter. And he fouls out. That is the third to foul out. And that means Turner into the ball game for his second bit of action here. So Kobe Norris at the line. He has struggled from the line. He is only 1 out of 4 from the line tonight. He has 2 right here. And he leaves that one short. 1 for 5 from the line for Kobe Norris. One more to go here. 59-41 the score. Cats been stuck on 59 for a little bit now. Second free throw is good. Rattles it home, make it 60-41. Norris knocks that one down. Belay with it out front, skips it over to Presnall. Presnall's got it on the wing, kick it in the corner for Herbert. Herbert's got it in the corner, back to Presnall. Presnall's got it back over for Belay. Belay's going to dribble drive all the way in, blocked away by Schroeder. And they're going to call that on Monty, or are they going to call that on? Yeah, they're going to call that on Monty. So Monty's going to foul out with 3:18 to go. So with 3:18 to go here in the ball game, or I should say the fourth quarter, because this one's not over yet, even though it is a 19-point lead, Schroeder is going to foul out. Monty fouls out with no points. He had some quality rebounds in there for the Cat, played some good defense. And Belay goes to the free throw line. He's 10 out of 11 from the line here in this one. Free throw up and down. 11 out of 12, and he's got one more to go. 60-42 the score with 3:18 to go. 3:18 to go here in this one. Atkinson with the rebound. And the Cat's going to bring it back the other way. That's only the second miss of the night for Belay from the line. And a timeout called by Coach Langer with 3:10 to go. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats up 18, 3:10 to close this one out.
Sherwood Community Bank is the hometown bank with all the big bank perks. Internet banking, auto, home, boat, and farm loans. You can get it all at one of their 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville. Checking or savings account all you need? Don't worry. Sherwood Community Bank has you covered there as well. Stop going to the banks where you're just an account number. Go to Sherwood Community Bank where you're part of the family.
And tell them Braxton sent ya.
Community is important to Excalibur Contracting. Being a Harrisonville business for 14 years, they understand what it takes to be successful and make Harrisonville successful. If you need help with a remodel, grounds, athletic field maintenance, mowing, or landscape, Excalibur Contracting is who to call. Mike and Natalie Johnson with Excalibur are proud to back the Blue both on and off the field. All right, welcome back. 60-42 is our score. Cats ball on the near sideline. Atkinson to throw it in for the Cats. Get in the backcourt for Kobe Norris. He's going to be met by Herbert. Across the timeline go the Cats with it. Between the circles, going to dribble over on the wing. Back top of the key between the circles is Kennedy Atkinson. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. Cats lead 60-42. Get it off on the wing. Back between the circles. Now get it off for Norris. Norris has got it out front. He's got it volleyball line left side, thinking about a dribble drive. Goes back between the circles with his dribble. Dribbles to the free throw line, dribbles in, now kicks it off to Atkinson. Atkinson running some clock. He's looking around, kicks it back for Langer. Langer with 2:35 to go, and a foul called on Belay as Kennedy was able to get in his way. And here's the thing. I don't think they would have called that foul on Belay if he would have just ran through Kennedy. But as he did, he pushed away or like moved the arms out. You can't do that when you're going across there. So 2:34 to go. Atkinson at the line for a pair. Free throw one is good. It's 61-42. One more to go for Kennedy Atkinson. Missed his last two, knocks that one down. Chance to make this a 20-point contest. Second free throw, good. He went high and skimmed the rim and dropped it in on that one. And Kennedy knocks both of those in. Belay the other way with a quick bucket. Make it 62-44. And Belay leads the way the other way. 2:20 to go, fourth quarter, 62-44. Cats with the advantage. And they're going to call the foul on Herbert there with 2:15 to go. You know, I'm going to say a little bit of this chippiness goes with only having two officials. They can't see everything on the floor, and you got 10 kids out there and two officials. It's a little bit harder for them to see everything. I think both sides are a little bit egregious on some of the plays that they've had in this game. And again, Norris struggling from the line.
And he's usually spot on. I mean, he could be the one that makes 99 out of 100.
He's 2 out of 7. I've got him, 2 out of 7. No, from the line tonight. 3 out of 8 as he knocks that one in. 63-44, our score. Long three by Belay, no good. Tipped out to Belay. He gets it back now, top of the key for Orr. Orr looking now, kicks it over to Herbert. Herbert going to dribble drive, kicks it back out. 2 minutes to go in the contest. Cats lead by 19. Belay going to dribble drive, goes up strong, got it in one. And the Cats are not even, nobody's even trying to initiate contact in there, and the whistle blows. So make it 63-46. Belay with 28 in the ball game to lead Mountain Grove. That's where my wife's from. Mount Vernon. And the foul on Belay. Is that 4? That might be 5 on him.
That's 5 on Belay.
He left it all out on the floor.
He did.
28 points. I think he played every single minute of that contest until now.
And you can tell, that's what I was talking about on the free throw line in the third when he missed that one short. He did leave it all. I mean, he's a great player, obviously. He is their player, their go-to player. And he's quite the athlete,
So checking into the ball game is Justin Orr. So Kyle and Justin are into the ball game right now for Mount Vernon. I mean, it only took me almost 4 full quarters before I called Mount Vernon Mountain Grove, which is where Angela grew up and graduated from. Second free throw, good. Knocks it down and makes it 64-47. Back the other way, Herbert for 2, 64-49.
You see how high Atkinson went up on that on the boards?
He can jump out of a gym. He will probably throw one down before this is all said and done. Langer answers with a bucket. 66-49, back the other way we go. Herbert goes inside, kicks it off for Orr, and Orr knocks it down. Kyle Orr with 2, and it's 66-51. Turnover, back to Mount Vernon with 1:10 to go here in the fourth. They kick it in the corner, and that's Orr. He's going to dribble in, put it up, no good. Rebound by Hall, and 1 minute to go. The Cats call it deep. Presnall chases it down. They tried to go deep to Blixt, and it goes back the other way with 52 seconds as the Cats just trying to run this one out, leading by 15, and Herbert puts it in for 2. So Herbert with a couple of late buckets, and it's 66-53. Cats got 38 seconds to try to run this one out here. Back out front they go for Blixt to Norris. Norris back to Langer. 29 seconds to go. Cats going to pull out the third place win here, go 2-1 in this Stockton tournament with a victory here as the clock will continue to run with 17. Cats just going to try to run this one out, and this is probably going to be the final score of this one. Cats are going to come out victorious. It was a fight here, and the Cats were able to win it by a count of 66-53. The third place winners in the 51st annual Stockton Invitational are the Harrisonville Wildcats over the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with your post-game show. I'll leave it right here. They're going to announce the third place team here. So Harrisonville with the third place win, moved to 9-5 on the year, and we'll take a timeout. We will be back to wrap things up after this.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Bradley Sainer can help you understand your options so you can be prepared for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Farmers Agent Bradley Sainer at 816-974-8105 to find out how he can help you protect the things that matters most to you. That's Bradley Sainer at 816-974-8105.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASE certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget. And friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang right behind O'Reilly's in the Big Blue building.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need one roll of sod, a scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, they have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
When it comes to fast service and reasonable prices, Young's Auto Repair is the place. Whether it is a standard oil change, new brakes, or something major, William and Michelle with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you are back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pocket. Don't break the bank when it comes to your vehicle needs. Instead, come to the shop that keeps the cost in check and you rolling back down the highways. Young's Auto Repair, right across the street from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial.
It's hard to find someone reliable to work on your small engines. Not anymore. Nathan and the crew at Land & Sand are your stop from lawnmowers, personal watercraft, all the way to Can-Ams and razors. From tune-ups to race builds, they will make sure your toy is ready to play with the big boys. Call them at 816-738-1455 and set up an appointment today.
A strong lineup is always important no matter the sport. The same should go for your insurance company as well. At Stafford & Stafford Insurance, your auto, commercial, life, health, farm, and crop insurance is all under one roof. With a lineup like that, they are sure to have your team covered. Call the team that will line up with the best of them. Stafford & Stafford Insurance in Harrisonville, located on Commercial Street across from Holland's Auto Sale.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside Tiger Fieldhouse on the campus of Stockton High School, Stockton, Missouri. The Harrisonville Wildcats victorious 66-53. The final score in this one for the Wildcats. Gary will be alongside me just a second. He is sitting next to me. He's going to be adding up the totals. I will go through the score by quarter. Cats trail 11-10 after one. They outscore Mount Vernon 20-13 in the second, and in the half on an 11-0 run to take a 30-24 lead. They outscore Mount Vernon 19-14 in the third to take a 49-38 lead, and then outscore them 17-15 in the fourth to win 66-53. They led by 20 momentarily, 62-42, but at that point, there's about 3 minutes to go in the contest, and really, Harrisonville was trying to run out the clock, and it was kind of a track meet back and forth at that point in time. But I was proud of the way the Cats bounced back from the loss last night. Looked much more in sync tonight as a team, Gary.
Yeah, they did. I mean, that first quarter was maybe just they came out a little bit cold and couldn't really do anything. I mean, they didn't come out cold. They came out hot, scoring the first 7 points of the game, and then couldn't score anything. They only scored 3 the rest of the half or the rest of the quarter. Second quarter, like you said, they scored 20, and since then they scored 20, 19, and 17. So you got to be happy with that. Just had got a little bit chippy, and they were able to keep their cool. That's the thing. They were able to, in my opinion, were able to keep their cool, where I think Mount Vernon kind of lost a little bit of emotion, and when they did, that kind of hurt them a little bit, and that's where the Cats started pulling apart.
Yeah, and they did a good job of pulling away in late third, early fourth quarter, extending that lead out. And we talked about exhaustion on Mount Vernon's part. They were only playing 6 guys almost that entire game, and you could tell late third into the early fourth they were spent, and the Cats capitalized on that. It's hard for me to see it sometimes away from the ball what's going on, and you as well as you're following the ball. I think both sides had a little bit to do with the chippiness because, I mean, I'm going to be real honest. Love my guys, but I know those guys can talk a little bit as well, so I don't really know what happened. I want to give props to Kennedy Atkinson. He did a great job when it got real heated there up by half court. He grabbed 3 of his guys with his 19-foot wingspan and shoved them back and was like, guys, calm down. And they did a really good job after that moment of really kind of playing within themselves and not getting too hyped up. Bottom line, they go 2-1 in this tournament, and they've got 2 tough games coming up next.
Yeah, and hitting with Kennedy, I mean, that showed his maturity and his composure in that moment, because you know when you're in that moment, it's going to be pretty heavy. I'm going to run coaches coming up, so I'm going to run down some stats real quick. Langer had 25 for the Cats. Norris had 14. Atkinson had another great game with 15 points, and then Blix had 9. Corbin Hall had 2, and Tiemann had 1. Obviously, their score on the other side was Belay. He had 28 of their 53 points. Nobody else got into double figures as far as them goes to score their 53. I'm going to let Coach look at the score sheet so we can see. But I was real proud of the guys, the way they held their composure and when they needed to, and therefore it showed in the score and in that third quarter.
Well, Coach, first thing I want to ask you is I watched I tried to watch a little bit of the game last night. I felt like maybe at times you guys looked a little flat, and I figured at this point in the season what you're looking for is to be consistent, because you kind of had some roller coaster moments in the year, and I said these last 3 games here, you've got tonight, you got 2 tough ones next week, but by that time you want to be pretty consistent because you jump into conference play right after that.
Yeah, I think every high school coach dreams of consistency, and which is sometimes hard with 15 to 18-year-old kids, and basketball in general. I mean, you watch some of the greatest players in the game that are really good one night and really bad the next, and it's just a tough sport to always have your A game. But I don't know that we played that well. We didn't play well last night, but I don't think it was because we were flat. I think Buffalo bothered us with their extended zones, and they had a couple kids that we just could not deceive well enough to pass the ball effectively, and we were jittery. It's kind of some of the late game demons that have doomed us a few times this season that continued to pop up, and so it was our approach today to try something different. We compared our game last night as a Hallmark Christmas movie where we all knew how it was going to turn out when it started, because we have been unraveling ourselves over and over again. We start out flat, we miss some shots, we start getting angry with ourselves and others. We get a couple of calls that don't go our way, and we start crying about that, and and then we don't listen in the huddle and start arguing back about who's doing what right and who's doing what wrong, and next thing you know, we're in late game situation and we're not executing well. So I have to admit, I was pretty frustrated after last night's game with some of that. So it was our goal today to be the composed team and the one that, really handled themselves better. And I thought that was night and day difference for us tonight. And I thought they showed themselves very, they got rattled. Let's just say that. They got rattled and started fouling almost intentionally, almost cheaply at times. And, our guys kept their cool pretty well.
Well, and that's one of the things I said, that I didn't see everything that was going on because I was watching the ball, that there at half court there was something going on, and Kennedy did a great job, I said, with his 10-foot wingspan to grab about 3 guys and say, get over here. They just did a really good job in that moment.
Well, I don't mean to disparage our other players, but Kennedy is our coolest head we have by far. And he's been kind of our rock, to keep everybody under control. And he's even done it to me a time or two, where he's come by the bench and said, Coach, remember we said we weren't going to argue with officials and things like that. And so he's been really good, and he hasn't been the whiner himself. He hasn't been the bad body language guy. He's just been really stable for us, and everybody who knows our team knows he's extremely valuable as a rebounder. And that was a key part of the game last night, too. Him being in foul trouble, he probably had to sit 12 to 14 minutes of the game just with fouls, and us trying to manipulate those, and to others' credit, we did pretty well with that, but it wasn't his best game, and mostly because of fouls. He did fine. I think he still had 16 or 17 rebounds, but we missed some inside scoring, and we always miss his presence.
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
Well, I mean, we've said it last several games we've been talking about it because of his rebounding. I mean, on the defensive boards, he keeps them from scoring. I mean, if they shoot one shot and he gets a rebound, that takes that second and third opportunity away. On the offensive boards, he's in there and he gives us the opportunity to get that second and third shot. Sometimes it's him, and that's why I've seen him the last 2 games we've worked. He's scored in double points. I think 16 and 15 tonight.
Yep. Now, he's put up some really good numbers, and, I can't say enough good things about him. But we had other guys tonight that helped a lot, too. And, I liked the game that Brooks played a lot better than some of his recently, because I thought he stayed more stable, and he didn't get in a hurry to go get a certain number of points or anything like that. He just made good decisions for us and, hit the shots he took. And, he commands so much attention from other teams, that they're playing a 1-1-2 and playing him man-to-man, and that frees up other guys. And sometimes I feel like he probably gets criticized for not being a great passer, but one thing he does really well for us is he screens well, and he also just attracts a lot of attention. So suddenly Connor Blixt is wide open and nails 2 threes, and it's nice to see that happen because he's such a big contributor. But we got contributions from other people tonight, too. Corbin Hall made a kind of hidden nugget of a great play on his rebound and stick in with a left hand or down there, and he gave us some good minutes when we were resting some of our bigs. And Monty was really sound defensively as usual. Kobe was solid and handled the pressure, and I know he was frustrated a little bit at the line. He's kind of struggled a little bit in the last few weeks at the line, but we all know that he can do that, and he'll get on track there. I'm not really worried about that, but I just know that the shorter you stay in those funks, the better.
And Kyle really gave you some great minutes rebounding underneath as well. I mean, he really impressed me tonight when he was in there tonight.
Yeah, he really has had 3 in a row. In fact, the KC East game, he kind of deceived, or I didn't really notice it, but he had 10 rebounds for us. And then I thought he played well in the other games. In the first game, he had several, and I know I've been pointing him out to some of our other guys that, hey, Kyle just got 4 offensive rebounds in that, run that he was in. So maybe we could get some other guys in there too. So, yeah, definitely. And Matt came in and spelled Kobe a time or two. And so, we got a lot of good stuff out of our guys tonight. And JT has been, just a good solid guy. He shared the responsibility of guarding number 12, but we held the 28. And I say that kind of sarcastically. He's a really good player.
He is an excellent player.
But, he might have had 50 if we didn't devote a lot of attention to him.
Well, bottom line, a great bounce-back win from last night. And I said this before the game, as a coach, your first goal is to win a tournament. But your second goal is to be winning record in a tournament, win 2 out of the 3. And you guys were able to do that tonight, get a good win, and you head in. Doesn't get easy on Tuesday. You got Webb City ranked top 5 in the state coming in.
Yeah, don't make any mistake about it. We're frustrated we didn't win this tournament, but we are happy that, we were anticipating a clash of the Titans on Saturday with Mount Vernon, and maybe we looked ahead to it a little bit or something. I don't know, but it was nice to beat them. And anyway, and we'll just try to build on it, because that one in our district is kind of a big one seating-wise, because they've beaten Nevada by 8, and now we're able to say, well, we beat them substantially. And Webb City's a team in our district now, so that'll be a head-to-head that'll be important in the seedings too.
Well, before I let you go, I got to know, what's your Super Bowl pick?
Oh, I thought from day one there's nobody to challenge the Chiefs in the NFL. I really don't believe they can be beaten, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be rooting for them. But I have to admire those guys and Andy, and they're good people.
I love giving Coach a hard time. When he first started last year, he came in and I said, the one thing I said to him was, I was like, Coach, I like everything about you except for the fact you're a Raiders fan. But nevertheless, it's fun to give you a little barb. And hey, you pull for the Bills tomorrow. It's okay. We won't hold it against you.
I'm honestly helping you, because my friends think I'm a jinx, and so if I say I'm rooting for the Chiefs, then they'll lose. So anyway,
so root for the Bills, please.
Appreciate you covering the game.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Coach.
That is Coach Langer of the Harrisonville Wildcats, and the Cats will win it tonight by a final of 66-53. I got to tell you, Gary, my wife just told me she thinks your new undershirt is sharp. She goes, I like Gary's new undershirt. So don't think that somebody didn't notice. My wife did. So I got to give a shout out to my wife and my son and my daughter back home listening. Weird time of the game, or weird time of the day for a game. So I headed down here with Jerry today, and Angela, Braxton, Collins, Daddy will be home in a little bit.
If she only knew what it was, but that's beside the point. I wanted to bring one other thing up, and he mentioned Kobe Norris. The last game we played, Kobe Norris had 0 points. He had 14 tonight, plus he contributed a lot in a lot of other ways, as Coach mentioned. So I wanted to bring him up because, a lot of people contributed tonight to this win, and some that weren't able to contribute in the last game. And so you've got to like how they progressed from the last game we worked in, kind of through last night, which I didn't get a chance to see, into this game.
Well, I say let's pack things up and get headed back north towards Harrisonville. Final score tonight, 66-53. The Cats pull out third place in the 51st annual Stockton Invitational Basketball Tournament. Championship night has started. We're going to take it back to the studio for Jerry Forschler, for Gary Davidson, for Coach Langer. I'm Chad Grammer saying good night. We'll see you Tuesday night at home against the Webb City Cardinals.